Solving the 2026 WAEC theory question. We're going to be solving the section A in this video. So make sure you pay attention, and if you don't understand, make sure you rewind the video for better understanding. This is Maths Mentor Hub, where we make maths simple and easy to understand for you. So let's get right into it. Now, question 1 says, a fun club donates to children's home annually. The amount is increased by 8% of its value yearly. If the donation in 2010 was $7,000, find the A donation given in 2012. So how do you solve this? This question can be solved using the simple interest concepts. So what do? The simple interest concept says that interest is equals to principal times rate times time over 100. But the question is asking us to look for the amount that was donated in 2012. So for you to know that, remember that the amount given is increased by 8% its value yearly. So it means that the amount that will be given in 2011 will be increased by 8% to get the amount that will be given in 2012. So how do you do that? It means that for every year, you're going to have your amount will be equal to principal plus rate plus interest. All right. So now let's find for 2011. So for 2011, our interest will be $7,000 times rate. Remember, it's 8% times our what? Time. Time is 1 year. That's 2010 to 2011 over 100. By calculating that, simply means that you have your interest will be equal to 7,000 times 8 is $56,000. $56,000 divided by 100. 0 take out 0, 0 take out 0. Therefore, the interest that will be on it for the first year will be $560. So therefore, the amount gotten in 2011 will be $7,000 plus $560. And that gives you a total of $7,560. So this is the amount that was paid in 2011. But our question says 2012. So in 2012, we are going to have the interest will be, again, remember PRT times 100. Now, our new principal is $7,560. This is our new principal now. So that will be $7,560 times 8%, the yearly increase, times 1. From 2011 to 2012 is 1 year divided by 100. So the new amount, the interest on it will be $7,560 times 8 gives $60,480. $60,480 divided by 100. If you divide that by 100, 0 cancels 0. Therefore, the interest will be equal to $604.8. $604.8. So the amounts given in 2012 will be $7,560 plus $604.8. So if you add that together, therefore the total amount will be $7,560 plus 604.8 will give you $8,164.8. So that's the amount that will be given, that will be donated in 2012. Now, what about the amount that will be donated in? This big question says the total amount of money donated from 2010 to 2013. So you need to find the amounts donated in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. And according to our question A, we have gotten for 2011, we have gotten for 2012. Now let's get for 2013. So you can say for 2013, for 2013, you have your interest is equals to principal times rate times time over 100. And that gives us what our principal now is the amount donated in 2012, which is 8,164.8. Then our rate still remains 8%, and the year is 1 over 100. Therefore, if you multiply that, that gives you $65,318.4 divided by 100. And that simply gives us what? Divided by 100, you get $653.184. $663.184. So the total amount in 2013 will be amount equals to, remember, principal plus interest. So the amount in 2013 is 8,164.8 plus 653.184, all in dollars. All in dollars. All in dollars. So therefore, the total amount donated, total amounts donated from 2010 to 2013 will be equals to, the first amount in 2010 was $7,000. Don't forget that, $7,000. Then in 2011, $7,560 was donated. Then in 2012, $8,164.8 were donated. And in 2013, it's a sum of $8,817.984 was donated. So let's write this clearly so that when you watch this video, you can see it. Let's write this clearly. 984. Let's write this clearly so that when you watch the video, you get it clear. So 984. Okay. So we didn't write the amount here, so let's write it so that you can see it when you watch this video. 8,817.984. So the total amount donated for the year, adding them together with our calculator, will be, when you press your calculator, you have $31,542.784. So that's the total amount that is donated from 2010 to 2013. If you don't understand, watch the video again and pay prompt attention. Now, question 2 says two cars X and Y start from a common point and travel in opposite direction. X travels at an average speed of 60 km per hour and Y at 80 km per hour on the same course. Determine how far apart X and Y will be after 3 hours. So now let's represent the speed of X as X speed equals 60 km per hour. Y speed equals 80 km per hour. So since they are traveling in opposite direction, it means their relative speed, you find their relative speed. Their relative speed will be equals to 60 plus 80 km per hour, and that gives us 140 km per hour. So that's their relative speed. Now, they say we should find how far apart is X and Y. So how far apart means distance. So and distance is giving us distance is equals to speed times time. And what is speed? Our speed is 140 kilometer per hour, and our time is 3 hours. So if you multiply that, 140 times 3 gives us 420 kilometer. So 420 kilometer is the distance apart. Now, question B says, if the speed of X is increased 20 kilometers within the 3 hours, what will be the effect on the distance between X and Y? Now, speed of X is increased. It's meaning that X speed will now be 60 kilometers. Since it is increased per hour, you add the 20 kilometers per hour to it. So that simply gives us what? 80 kilometers per hour. Then Y speed still remains 80 kilometers per hour. Now, therefore, to find the distance is still speed times time. Speed times time. So therefore, the distance is giving us, the speed now is 80 plus 80 kilometer per hour. Remember, we are adding X and Y times, our time still remains 3 hours. So 80 plus 80 is 160 kilometer per hour times 3 hours. If you multiply that, 160 times 3 give us 480. 480. Let's clean that so that when you watch, you will get proper understanding. So 480 kilometer. That's now, what is the effect? The effect means that increase in speed also brought about increase in distance. So the effect is that there is an increase in distance. There is an increase in distance. Now, question C says, state the importance of considering speed when calculating total distance over the same time. Now, that's very simple. You can just say that speed is important because the higher the speed, the farther the distance. So you can say the importance of speed, the importance of speed is that the higher the speed, the far the distance. Or you can write it mathematically by saying distance is proportional to speed. So as the speed increases, distance will increases. Then time is constant. So as the speed increases, the distance will also increase. So the importance of speed is that the higher the speed, the farther or the far the distance. So make sure you check again. If you don't understand, watch again from the beginning, you will understand. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content, because we are going to have section B for this WAEC question coming up very soon also. All right, so moving over to question 3, says a concrete block of length 14 over 25 meters were laid end to end along the 4 sides of a rectangular lawn, 28 meters long and 21 meters wide. A, how many blocks were required to complete one layer? Now, the first thing to consider is that they said a rectangular lawn. A rectangular lawn. So this is a rectangle, this is a rectangle. So 28 meters long and 21 meters wide. 21 meters wide. So if we have 20, sorry about that. If you have 28 meters long, if you have 28 meters long, 28 meters long, now And we have to find how many blocks were required to complete one layer. For you to do that, what you need to find is the perimeter of the rectangle. So you need to find the perimeter. And what's the perimeter of a rectangle? What's the perimeter of a rectangle? The perimeter of a rectangle is given as 2 length plus breadth, or length plus width. And that is 2, our length is 28, and our width, which is our breadth, is 21. So what do we have? We have 28, open bracket, 21 plus 28 give us 49. Now, therefore, 49 times 2 gives us 98. So 98 meter is the perimeter of the rectangle. So the number of blocks required to complete the concrete is given us. So you say number of blocks required will be equals to the perimeter over length of block. So the perimeter of rectangle over length of block. So if you do that, the perimeter is 98 divided by length of block is 14 over 25. That gives us 98 times 25 over 14. And if we do that, 14 in 98 gives us 7. So therefore, our answer will be 7 times 25. And that gives us what? 7 times 25 gives us what? 175. So 175 blocks will be required to complete one layer. 175 blocks will be required to complete one layer. Now, the second question says, if each block costs 180 Ghana cedis and the cost of labor is 1/3 the cost of block, find the total cost of laying the blocks. Now, for you to do that, it means that you need to find the cost of laying one block. So first, cost of laying one block, cost of laying one block is cost of block plus cost of labor. Cost of labor. That's cost of block plus cost of labor. So what's the cost of block? The cost of block is 1.8 Ghana cedis. Now, the cost of labor, they said, is what? Is 1/3 of the cost of block. So that is 1/3 times 1.8 Ghana cedis. So, if you do that, that will give you 1.8 divided by 3 gives us 0.6. So, in total, that will give us 1.8 plus 0.6. So, if you add that together, that gives us what? That gives us 2.4 Ghana cedis. So, the cost of laying one block is 2.4 Ghana cedis. 2.40 or 2.4. Now, what's the total cost of laying the blocks? So, the total cost of laying the blocks will be, now we have 175 blocks. So, 175 times 2.4 Ghana cedis. 0.40, and that gives us what? That gives us 420. So 420 Ghana cedis is required to lay the blocks. 420 Ghana cedis is required to lay the blocks. If you are enjoying these solutions, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. All right, so question 4. Question 4. Oh, this is on circle theorem. So for us to solve this, it says in the diagram, MNPQ is a circle with center O. Angle NNQ is Y. Angle NEP is X. And angle NMP is 100 minus X degree. And angle NFP is 5X degree. Find the values of X and Y. So the first thing to do from triangle, from this, from MFQE, from MFQE, you can divide it into two. From MFQE, you can divide it into two. You can have this. You can have this. You divide it into two because it's a second. So therefore, it simply means that your angle F, your angle F is also equals to your angle, or your angle MFQ is also equals to your angle NFP, which is 5x. And what's the reason? The reason is what? Vertically opposite angle. Now, from the MNQ, your angle MFE, angle MFE is equals to 5x over 2. Remember, we have divided this into two equal parts. And angle M, also angle MEF is also equals to x over 2. So therefore, we can say that in triangle, from triangle MFE, then we can say that 100 minus x degree is equals to 5x over 2 plus x over 2. What's the reason for that? Exterior angle equals to sum of opposite interior angle. So that means that 100 minus x degree is equals to 6x over 2. And that is 100 minus x is equals to 3x. So therefore, 100 is equals to 3x minus 4. 3x plus x, not minus 4, please. 3x plus x, not minus 4. 3x plus x, not minus 4. All right, so get that. 3x plus x, not minus 4. Okay, so this x. So that gives us what? 100 is equals to 4x. Therefore, if you divide both sides by 4, you have your x to be 25. So now we have our x, we need to get our y. Now, since we have our x, how do we get our y? Also from triangle N F N M O, from triangle NMO, triangle NMO, we can also say 5x is equals to 100 minus x plus y. Okay, plus y. And what's the reason for that? Okay, C plus y. So what's the reason for that? The reason is what? Exterior angle equals to sum of opposite interior angle. That's the reason for that. So it simply means that what? 5, remember that our x is 25, so 5 times 25 is equals to 100 minus 25 plus y. We do that, this is 125 is equals to 75 plus y. So therefore your y will be 125 minus 75. So 125 minus 75 will give us what? 50. So therefore, our y is equals to 50. Therefore, x 50 and y 50 and x 25. Y 50 and x 25. Y is 20. Y is 50 and x is 25. All right. Thank you for that. Y is 50 and x is 25. So if you don't get it clearly, make sure you watch again and understand. All right. So the last but not least on the question is question 5. This is a bowl containing red, green, and black marble of all the same size. The number of red marbles are 3 more than the number of green marbles, and the number of black marble is less 1 than the number of green marbles. If probability of drawing at random a black marble is 1/4, find the number of each color of marble. Now, this is under probability. So let's go right into it. It says that what? The number of green, red, and black. So it simply means that we have red, we have green, and we have black. Now, the number of red marbles are 3 more than the number of green. So 3 more than the number of green simply means green plus 3 will give the number of red. So green plus 3 give the number of red. And the number of black is 1, is less 1 than the number of green. So it means that the number of black is green minus 1. Now, then it means that green still remains green. Now, what will be the total? The total ball will be green plus 3. So for better understanding, let me tell you how we are doing total ball. So total ball means you will add the number of red ball plus green ball plus black ball. So that simply means, remember, red ball is green plus 3. Your green ball is still your green, then your black ball is green minus 1. So if you add that together, your green plus your green plus your green, that is G plus G plus G, give you 3G. Then your 3 minus 1 gives you plus 2. So the total ball is 3 green plus 2. Now, the question says find the number of each color of the marble. Now, remember that it said that the probability of drawing at random a black marble is 1/4. So remember that probability of an event is given as number of the possible outcome, which is number of events over number of sample space. So if you do that, number of events, which we don't know, remember now we are taking probability of black is equals to number of events. Now, how many black do we have? We have green minus 1. And what is the total? Total ball is what? 3 green plus 2. But the total that the probability of picking the black is 1/4. So this simply means that 1/4 is equals to green minus 1 over 3 green plus 2. So doing that, if you do that, when you cross multiply, you have 3 green plus 2 is equals to 4 green minus 1. So that's 3 green plus 2 is equals to 4 green minus 1. So if you collect like terms, that will be 4 green minus 3 green is equals to 2 plus 1. So plus 1, so it means that green is equals to 3. So your green ball is 3. Now, remember that your red ball is green plus 3. So therefore, your red is 3 plus 3, which is what? 6. So your red ball is 6. And your black ball is green minus 1. So your black ball is 3 minus 1. And that is what? That is 2. So your green is 3, your red is 6, and your black is 2. So you have gotten the number of each of the colors. Now, it's a probability that a marble drawn at random from the bowl is not black. That's a very simple one. You use the complement concept. So complement concept is that the probability of an event complement is 1 minus the probability of that event. So the probability that you pick a black from the experiment is probability of black is 1 over 4. Now, probability that you will not pick black, which is probability component of black, will be 1 minus 1 over 4. If you do that following LCM, this will be 4, and that will be 4 minus 1. So, therefore, probability that you will not pick black, which is probability of black complement, is 3 over 4. And that is the final answer. I'm sure you have learned something from this video. Make sure you go back from the beginning in case you don't understand any of the question or you missed any point, so you can watch again. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share this video so that others can benefit from it. Thank you, and expect the section B of this part of WAEC 2026 in the next video. See you there. Bye-bye.